Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. So today is Friday and it has been absolutely manic for me so far. We are going to Little Harbour this evening, and because of Josh testing positive for COVID a couple of weeks ago, I really couldn't prepare until we'd all done lateral flow tests this morning. We all came back clear, including Josh. Everyone is negative, so I'm really glad that we can actually go. But I am now scrambling. So yeah, like I said, today's been manic so far. I'm in the process of getting 3 loads of washing done. I've put most of it away. I've still got a load of towels in the tumble dryer, and I've got a few bits on the clothes horse outside. I've managed to get a lot of stuff out to pack, but I've still got to pack it. I've still got to get Avery in her stander today. I want to get her into her pajamas with her button cover changed and her stoma site clean before we go as well, just so that she's all ready for bed when we get there. The boys come out of school in about 2 hours, so I really don't have a lot of time to get this done, because when we get back I need to feed Avery, and then hopefully Josh will be back and he'll get showered and we can go. So this is the chaos that I am dealing with at the moment. I've got so much stuff in here that I need to get put into bags. I think I'll feel better once everything is packed, but like I said, I still feel like I've got so much to do. I also want to clean, well, not clean the house, but I want to kind of give it a bit of a spruce and hoover up. And I feel like I've just been procrastinating most of the day. Avery is happy, luckily. So I think my first job really is just to try and get as much of this packed. This is just clothes. I've still got all of Avery's medical bits to pack and her feed bits to pack, so I really better get cracking. I'm going to try and get as much as I possibly can done in the next hour and a half. And yeah, then we will be heading off to Little Harbour for the weekend. I'm so looking forward to it. I think we all just need a bit of a break. Josh has been working really long hours recently, and we've been feeling a little bit tired. I had a splitting headache last night and I honestly thought I was getting sick, even to the point where I actually took my COVID test last night because I was really concerned. I saved the kids till this morning though, but it was negative, and luckily I feel so much better this morning. We did have a kebab last night. We ordered in a kebab, so I don't know if maybe that just made me feel a little bit dodgy. But yeah, gonna get packed, get ready, and off to Little Harbour this evening we go. Good morning guys, it's Monday morning. Avery's just having her feed. I have just had some jam on toast and watching Call the Midwife. I thought I would pop on here and let you guys know how our weekend went. We had an amazing time. As always, it was such a lovely weekend. Everyone was just so friendly, staff were so welcoming. I don't think I ever have a bad thing to say about Little Harbour. We met a new family. As a matter of fact, every time we stay we meet a new family. I said to Josh, not once have we come across the same family more than once, but this was a family that it was their first stay, and I remember them saying that they were a bit put off about the term children's hospice as well. And I explained to them how we felt in the beginning, how we refused the referrals over and over again because the term children's hospice, it doesn't sound very nice. So when I heard children's hospice, I didn't think Avery needed one, and because of that I felt like taking that referral meant that I was almost accepting that she needed a hospice. But honestly, the word children's hospice is just a name, it's just words for it. In every other sense, it doesn't feel like a children's hospice at all. If anything, it feels like a family centre, I suppose. That's the best way I can describe it. It just feels like a place where families can be together and just feel secure and welcome and normal, which I think is the nice thing about it. And we actually had a little treat this time. Eli and Marley, well, all the boys really, met the children from the other family, and they became quite friendly with them. And then on Sunday afternoon, Eli, Marley and the girls from the other family put on a little musical performance. It looks as though they were kind of doing some practice with someone I've not seen there before. He was a staff member. I think maybe he was the music teacher or someone that goes in to do music. They'd been practicing for a while before lunch, and then just before lunch they put on a little performance for us, which was really sweet. And it was nice because we were all of us sat kind of in the kind of central foyer area listening to this performance, and it was the other family and the other little boy that was there and all of the staff, and it just felt like a really nice community. So once again, a really successful trip. We definitely feel well rested. Back into a busy week this week though. This week is an incredibly busy week. Just feeding Avery now, and then as soon as she's done, it's time to take her to nursery. She has nursery this afternoon. Her portage worker's meeting me there. She also has portage tomorrow afternoon after nursery, and I'm quite sad about it, but this will be the end of Avery's portage appointments, and really sad about it actually, because Avery and me have built a really nice bond with Avery's portage worker, and I'm quite sad for that service to be gone, purely for the fact that it's just a nice appointment. It's one of the nicer appointments. I've always said that it's kind of like gentle play therapy, and I liked the kind of relationship that Avery had with her as well. So really sad for that service, but the reason why it's ending is because Avery has started a nursery setting, and all of her kind of targets and everything portage would have done is kind of expected to be done in a nursery setting. Oh, another thing, on Friday I had Avery I don't know what that was. On Friday I had Avery's EHCP through, so it's finally been done, it's all been approved. Avery does have an EHCP now. It doesn't say one-to-one specifically on it, but I spoke to Avery's portage worker quickly over text, and she did say that because of the amount of kind of detail and need that Avery has that's written in the EHCP, it kind of explains that she needs a very high level of care without really saying it. So she's going to talk to me a bit more about it today. But she finally has her EHCP, which means she's going to have the funding that she's going to need to go into school, and this will follow her now all throughout her education. I mean, I wasn't nervous about her not getting one. Zach's got an EHCP and he's much higher functioning than Avery is, but it's definitely needed. It definitely helps, and schools just don't have the funding to give children like Avery the level of care they need without that additional funding. So that's a really, really good news. Yeah, really busy week throughout. Avery has her orthotics appointment this week, so she's getting her gates and her splints. I'm not sure if I've already said all of this at the start of this video, or maybe it was in my last one, She has neurology this week. She has her CPIP this week. That was the appointment I went to last month, and I was a month early for it. It is this week. It is this week. And then on Friday I have a nice day planned with my mum. So busy week. Josh has also got a very busy week with work. He's working an awful lot, and I know I'm not going to see much of him. So yeah, he's working really hard, bless him. So it was good that we managed to get that little breakaway this weekend. Little madam's actually looking a bit tired, aren't you? So we'll see how well she does in nursery. I had to call our GP this morning because Avery keeps getting these little cysts under her eyelid, and she's got one at the moment, and now and again it kind of weeps pus. I know that's way too much information, I'm sorry if any of you are eating, but it weeps onto her eye, and she gets them in multiple different places. It's not just the one that persists. She's had a few different ones, and I'm getting a little bit concerned about it. But when I phoned the GP, they said her doctor's not in today, and the only appointments they're taking are kind of emergency appointments. I wouldn't consider this an emergency, so she did say to go to a pharmacy and see what can be done for her there, see if maybe she needs some eye drops or something like that. So because we have a hospital appointment on Wednesday, I'm going to go in and see a chemist that day, because I'll be that way anyway, because the hills the hills kill me. So we're going to do that on Wednesday. Eli also has an infection in his fingernail, his middle finger, and I know why. It's because he bites his nails no matter how much I tell him to stop. So his poor little finger is now all swollen, and it's starting to go a bit yellow around the edges. So I'm also going to speak to the chemist about that as well. I did speak to the GP, they said the same thing, speak to a chemist, a pharmacy. So that is what I'm going to do, see if I can get him some maybe antiseptic cream or maybe antibiotic cream to help clear that up. I cleaned it with rubbing alcohol this morning. But the problem is with Eli is he can't help but pick. He's a real fidgeter, and I know that's why he's got himself into that mess in the first place. So just gonna have to keep an eye on it. But I'm gonna finish feeding Avery. I'm gonna drink my cup of tea because it's probably just about the right temperature to drink now. Carry on watching Call the Midwife for another 10-15 minutes or so, and then Avery's feed should be finished, and we'll be heading off to nursery for the afternoon, won't we? Oh, the excitement. The excitement pudding. Afternoon, guys. It is now Tuesday afternoon. I've just got spaghetti bolognese on the go, which is why you might be able to hear some hissing in the background. Avery's had a lovely couple of days at nursery. I think she had a really good week in terms of nursery this week. So she's just been getting to know the other children. They are kind of slowly warming up to her as well, and kind of getting a bit more curious, coming over to see her, handing her toys, bringing books over, which they sit and read with Avery's one-to-one, and they just sit and listen as well, and Avery listens. She's had time playing outside, which she really enjoys. She's been in the sensory room. It's just been nice. Just getting to know the other children, getting to know the staff, and kind of getting used to the environment. I will say it's very tiring for her, so it's a lot of stimulation for Avery. It's a lot of her brain having to work because of the little activities that they're doing, and even though they're all quite gentle activities, it's a lot on Avery. And normally when we do things like that at home, we'll take a break after about 20 minutes and then come back to it later. However, this is kind of like hours of that kind of solid, intense sensory stimulation. So we knew it was going to be tiring for her. We have only kind of been staying for about 2 hours each session, when her session's normally for 3. That's for 2 reasons. One, because Avery is getting tired. However, yesterday in the afternoon, all of the children actually went for like nap time. Well, not all of the children, a couple stayed awake, but a lot of the children went off to sleep, and so did Avery, and that made me feel really happy, because I know that Avery's comfortable enough and feels safe enough to fall to sleep. So I know that if she is really tired when I'm not there, she can have a nap, which is really good. But yeah, we've only been staying for a couple of hours just because she is getting quite tired, and also convenience for me as well. 3 hours out of the day is an awful lot, especially when it's kind of cutting into time that she's not really benefiting from being there. So say if she's being fed and isn't really doing a whole lot else, I brought her away today because of that. And yesterday I had to leave early because I needed to pick the boys up from school, and we got there a little bit late because I was feeding her at home. So it's just things like that, and these are things that, you know, won't be an issue when I'm not there with her anymore. But that hasn't started happening yet. That will definitely be a very slow transition, and maybe start with me kind of stepping out of the room for 5 minutes and building from there. But I really like the staff, I really like all of Avery's teachers, and I really like her one-to-one. They seem really eager to learn about her, and they genuinely seem excited to see her every day that she goes. So yeah, I think this journey is really good for both me and Avery so far. When we got home today, we actually had a package from my PO box. One of you guys has sent some beautiful goodies for Avery. So a lovely little pack of bows, and these colours are right up my street. I love the bows that have this kind of beige band. I just think it looks kind of boho and really sweet. And also these little butterfly clips. These take me back to my childhood because I used to wear these in my hair, and these are actually going to come in really handy with Avery's hair. I'm really excited to have a play with those. And then some little Disney lip balm. Avery can definitely get dry lips on occasion, and this is actually a really nice way for her to be able to smell and taste without anything going into her mouth. So I don't know if you thought of this when purchasing these, but that is a really good idea that I'd not thought about until this very second. So thank you so much to the lovely person that sent these. Very, very grateful. So grateful for anyone that feels invested enough to send something to me or Avery. It really is appreciated. It means so much, and I'm just so excited for these little bits. I have already shown them to Avery, and she also seemed very excited to see them. As a matter of fact, the first thing she did when I showed her all of these was try to lick them all. So I'd say that's definitely a positive reaction. Another exciting delivery today. My new sideboard has finally arrived, so you can kind of get the gist of what it's like by that picture. It is oak effect. Really excited to get this built and actually have a sideboard back again. All the stuff from our old sideboard has just been sat in the boys' room for the last month or so because they've got the biggest room and they have the space to spare, but really excited to get this built. Definitely not going to have time to do that today. I might try and tackle it tomorrow. Maybe I'll even start it tonight, who knows. But this week is incredibly busy anyway, so I'm not going to put the pressure on myself to do it. I'm just going to do it if I feel like it. Let's go say hello to Avery because she's clearly feeling very chatty. Oh, Pudding! Hello, gorgeous girly. Hello. Oh, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to eat? Hey? What are you doing? You had a lovely day. You had a nice time playing with your new friends? Yeah? Yeah. She had a lovely time. There's a couple of children in particular that kept coming over to Avery and showing her toys and bringing books over to sit and read, which was really lovely. She also sat with all the children for snack time. Avery got to smell an orange, which was a really nice experience for her, and also not that it had anything in it, but they did give her a cup like all the other children, and she got to tap and bang on that cup, or we did it for her, and she smiled. So it was a nice experience, even though she couldn't eat with the rest of the children, but I think she enjoyed it anyway. This is how far I've gotten with the sideboard so far. I will say I absolutely love the colour. I know it doesn't really look so good against this, but obviously this we can't change. I love the colour of it. Obviously I've not finished it yet. I've still got the drawers and cupboard doors to do, but I will say it did arrive damaged. Now, you can't really notice it kind of when you're just looking at it, but I have seen it, so now I can't unsee it, and there is just a little chip right there. So I've emailed the company. I'm not going to send it back. It took a month to arrive and I really can't be bothered to wait all that time. I don't think it's as big of a deal to send it back, because I don't think, like, if you're looking at it like this, you can't really see it. It's only if you're kind of really looking for it. So I am happy with it. It's a shame about that little chip, but I'm going to leave it there for now because I'm tired. It's almost school run time. I've not got a single dish washed. I've got washing to put away. Literally, this has taken up my entire afternoon. So I am going to just leave that there and get around to the rest of it when I can. Like I said, I've still got a million things to do, and Josh actually just called me and asked if we wanted to go out for dinner this evening, which I'm not going to pass up. I have just cooked a chicken, but I can break that up and put it in some Tupperware, and that will still do a couple of meals over the next couple of days. So I'm quite glad that I don't have to finish cooking dinner now. So yeah, I'm going to have to tackle the rest of what needs to get done in the house as quickly as I can once I've picked the boys up from school. They did have their school photos today actually, so I'm really excited to see the samples of those. I don't buy individual photos every year, but I have said all along that I would definitely get their reception and their year 6 photos because it's their first and last year of primary school. So definitely going to be buying Zach's this year, and I might actually buy their sibling photo because it'll be the last sibling photo of primary school as well. So yeah, I think I am gonna close this vlog off here. Apologies if it is a bit on the shorter side, but I've just been so busy, and I'm still going to be so busy this week that I am baffled that I've even managed to get one vlog filmed. So I will probably pick you up again tomorrow. I will catch you up on Avery's orthotics appointment that she had today, show you the new bits that she's got. Hopefully we will get the sideboard finished in the next vlog. We've still got some more appointments this week, so I've got a bit more to update you on with that, but I will catch up with you about all of that in the next vlog. So make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell if you would like to catch that vlog. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.